The Raptors are going to look a lot different compared to how they looked entering last season. After going through a major roster overhaul, the Raptors will be entering what Darko Rajakovic called year one of the rebuild. The year one of the rebuild just so happens to coincide with the Raptors' 30th anniversary season. There's going to be a lot in store for the 2024-2025 campaign. The Raptors will retire Vince Carter's number 15 jersey on November 2nd, which will be the first jersey ever retired by the franchise. And the Raptors also announced that they will be bringing back their purple jerseys, paying homage to the early 2000s jerseys. I wish these were their permanent jerseys. And there will be more celebrations in store for the milestone season. But how about the on-court action? How are the Raptors going to be this season? We all know they have low expectations, and this team certainly won't be competing for a championship. I mean, Yak Caperto kept it real at Media Day, saying the quiet part out loud.
This has to be like a long-term project. I think we all know, like, we're not gonna like go attack the championship this year, like, but it makes no sense for us to like try and like win every single game like as much as we can and sacrifice development in turn of that.
But that doesn't mean that this won't be a productive season. A season of growth and improvement. In this one, I'm going to be telling you what I'm looking forward to this Raptor season and just how good this team can be. If y'all could do me a solid favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and shout out to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. This Raptor season is going to be more about player development than wins and losses. The 2025 NBA draft is looking stacked, and the Raptors will have their pick and tap. But I don't think the Raptors are going to be bad enough where they're going to be in the bottom 5. I think this team might actually surprise some people if things click out of the gate. It all starts with the Raptors barbecue trio. Scottie Barnes, RJ Barrett, and Emmanuel Quickley will enter their first full season together. They combine to take upwards of 60% of the roster salary space moving forward. This is per Spot Track. Barbecue will dictate how this season goes. When the Raptors gave Scottie Barnes the rookie scale max extension this offseason, they officially made him the face of the franchise. Barnes talked about embracing a leadership role with the team this season at Media Day. Barnes, he's coming off an all-star campaign where he put up 19.9 points, 8.2 assists, and 6.1 rebounds, all career highs through 60 games. Barnes will be the jack of all trades, whether it's taking over a game with his offense, being a defensive anchor, or setting up his teammates. Barnes will be tasked with a lot. There is no doubt that this year, Barnes is the undisputed number one guy in Toronto. Last season, Barnes was among a special group of players to average at least 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. The others included Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, and Domantas Sabonis. That's elite company right there and speaks volumes to Barnes' long-term potential. As the projected number one option on offense, Barnes' scoring and assist averages should increase this year, and also his three-point shooting, which was at 34.1% last year, will hopefully increase as well. Barnes had a strong December last season. In 13 games, he nearly averaged a double-double. He had really good efficiency from the field and from three. We really saw a version of Scottie Barnes that we had never seen before. I mean, if Barnes can replicate that over the course of a full season and lead the Raptors to a play-in spot, he would make a strong case for most improved player of the year. Speaking of which, if you look at BetUS, I think Barnes is a sleeper pick to win the award at plus 1800. I know you look at Victor Wembanyama, he is the clear-cut favorite. I still find it weird how a sophomore is considered for the award. That shouldn't happen. But anyways, Barnes could be worth a shot when you look at somebody who presents good value and who can realistically win this award. So guys, if you sign up with BetUS today, you get a 150% bonus on your first deposit and a 125% bonus on your second and third deposits, up to $2,000 with the code YouTube150. I'll be using BetUS all season long. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. Moving along here, RJ Barrett is going to be another interesting player to watch this season. Barrett had a strong showing with the Raptors in 32 games last season, where he averaged a career high in points, rebounds, assists, and field goal percentage. He's also coming off a very impressive summer run with Team Canada, where he was arguably their best player. When the Raptors pushed in transition, Barrett was heavily involved in that. He also showed the ability to execute well in the half court, whether it was spotting up, hitting a three, or being aggressive and really getting to the rim. Barrett, he also made smart decisions with the basketball. He showed his complete repertoire. The biggest question will be, can Barrett put it all together and be consistent over the course of a full season? If the answer is yes, then he's a true breakout candidate. Another player who will have a chance to break out this season is Emmanuel Quickley. Quickley got paid as well this offseason by Toronto and is locked in as the franchise's starting point guard. He averaged a career best 18.6 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 6.8 assists per game through 38 contests with the Raptors last season. Now, for as much as Quickley can explode offensively and really pop off with that three-point shot, I want to see more of the table setter, who did average the 6.8 assists as the team's point guard. Creating quality opportunities for himself and his teammates at a consistent rate will be key. The last player I'll be paying close attention to is Grady Dick. Dick did struggle early on last season. However, his progress in the later months of the season was extremely encouraging. You look at Dick in the second half of the season, he really turned it up a notch, and Grady's shot started dropping, and he really carved out a nice role for himself. Dick is projected to be the team's starting shooting guard this season, which means it can be a big-time second-year season for him. We could very well see Dick really take that scoring average up this season. However, Dick, he's going to need to hold his own on the defensive end. Based on Darko Rajakovic's comments at Media Day, defense will be a strong point of emphasis for the team this season. So that could leave even Ochai Agbaji as an option for the starting lineup as well, if the Raptors do want to prioritize defense out of the gate. But I do think the Raptors will ultimately go with Dick. That's my prediction, to join Quickley, Barrett, Barnes, and Pirtle in the starting lineup. The bench for the Raptors will be interesting. I think Davion Mitchell and Jacoby Walter will get plenty of run in the backcourt. Brown, who had knee surgery, will be reevaluated in 3 weeks, so Agbaji will likely be in the rotation to start, but I'd be more in favor to play Mobo. Then you got Olynyk and Fernando in the front court, but since Darko will be focusing on defense, that will give somebody like Jamal Shed an opportunity to get minutes as well. Rajakovic said that training camp and the preseason will determine where things stand with the rotation. Of course, the Raptors are in Montreal right now for training camp. Their preseason schedule begins on October 6th against the Wizards, and then they begin their regular season on October 23rd against the Cavaliers. So guys, where do the Raptors rank in the Eastern Conference? Well, you look at how they stack up. I think best case scenario for this team is that the Raptors can get that 8th spot, especially if a team like Miami implodes and the Hawks disappoint. Worst case scenario, I could see the Raptors being in the 12th spot, behind teams like the Pistons and Hornets, who I do expect to take mini leaps this season after the Raptors get off to a rough start. We know how tough of a schedule they have out of the gate, so that can really hamper this team if they do get off to a rocky start. My actual prediction, though, my official prediction ahead of the season, I'm going to say the Raptors finish 10th, and they do make the play-in. They get that last play-in spot. And for those of you that care, this is my full Eastern Conference standings prediction. I got the Celtics finishing 1st, Knicks 2nd, Sixers 3rd, Bucks 4th, Cavs 5th, Magic 6th, Pacers 7th, Heat 8th, Hawks 9th, Raptors 10th, Hornets 11th, Pistons 12th, Bulls 13th, Wizards 14th, and the Nets last at 15th in the East. Nonetheless, this is going to be a very interesting 30th season for the Raptors, but I want to hear from all of you. What are you looking forward to the most, and where do you see this Raptors team ranking in the East? There's a lot of youth on this team. Expect the young guys to get plenty of opportunities, and we will see how this season ultimately goes. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel on your way out, and once again, shout out to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. That is it for me. This is Lucas signing off. Until next time, be great.